she said that she did not enjoy Trump's 2017 inauguration because there was no diversity, there was no color on that stage. She said there was no reflection of the broader sense of what America looks like.
I think that it's critical that all former presidents and vice presidents attend. I think it signals to the world that despite a very tumultuous political season, that America moves forward and we're going to have a safe and secure transfer of power.
See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black.
Remember when your mom caught you with your hand in the cookie jar and you tried to blame it on the dog? Well, Trump's pulling the same move, but Michelle Obama's not buying it. She's calling out the BS, and it's hitting close to home for all of us who've ever faced unfair treatment. Stick around to see how Michelle's words are making waves and why Trump's more rattled than a spray tan bottle in a hurricane. And before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. It would appear that Michelle Obama has just dropped a bombshell of truth that is so massive that it is even causing Trump's comb-over to perform a cha-cha slide. Our favorite former First Lady has chosen to spill the tea, and it is more than a little bit spicy. By calling out the elephant in the room, or perhaps more accurately, the orange elephant, she is bringing attention to the situation.
Well, Trump's inauguration is just 4 days away, and Michelle Obama says she's not going. It will be the second time in 2 weeks that she has skipped a gathering of former presidents and a break from long-standing tradition.
People were wondering last week when we didn't see Michelle Obama sitting in the pews at the funeral for Jimmy Carter, whether she would actually attend the inauguration this week. Both of those events would have brought her face to face with Donald Trump.
She meant every word she said on the campaign trail with every fiber of her being. And she's no hypocrite. Another said, quote, saving some credibility.
Instead of joking around, Michelle is serious this time. The political double standard, which is more obvious than Trump's spray tan, is being brought to light by her because she is drawing attention to it. A black politician would be destroyed if they were caught jaywalking, but Trump is able to accumulate indictments as easily as Pokemon cards. She is asking the most important question: why is it that Trump can accumulate indictments as easily as Pokemon cards? I want you to believe me when I say that Michelle's comments are hitting Trump with more force than a taco bowl on Cinco de Mayo. That's right, she's not going to hold back. It would appear that she is channeling her inner Muhammad Ali, as she is both soaring like a butterfly and stinging like a bee through her actions. In this moment, it is highly probable that Trump is wishing he could conceal himself behind his wall. To make matters even worse, Michelle is in possession of the receipts. There are more allegations leveled against Donald Trump than there are items included on the menu at McDonald's.
The tradition is the people that were in office, the presidents, the vice presidents, the senators. I don't care what Donald Trump does. I will not stop fighting. And if we think what Donald Trump is, and none of us here voted for him, I don't think that she's obligated to be there. But it was also reported that Nancy Pelosi isn't attending. And I think it's a missed opportunity for two reasons. I think that showing that the country is still going to move forward, even if the person you didn't want to win is something powerful to showing up and saying, we're here, we're going to sit here, listen to him take the oath of office, be sworn in, but we also exist. There's also a counter and an alternative here. To me, that just feels like an odd missed opportunity.
In a number of different cases, more than 90 criminal charges, not only is it a rap sheet, but it's also a rap novel. The legal problems that Trump is accumulating are being treated as if they were degrees from Trump University. Michelle's comments are going viral faster than a juicy White House leak, and social media is exploding like the 4th of July thanks to their widespread dissemination. The social networking site Facebook is in a state of panic, Twitter is on fire, and even Tom from MySpace wants to know what all the fuss is about. At this gathering, the message that Michelle has sent is being passed around as if it were the very last slice of pizza. At the same time, the media outlets are having a wonderful time. MSNBC anchors are practically doing backflips of delight. CNN has panels on panels, and Fox News is most likely pointing the finger at Hillary's emails in some way. All of these things are happening simultaneously. One could say that political commentators are celebrating Christmas 2 weeks early.
This tradition has gone on for over 100 years. This is what presidents do and their wives on Inauguration Day. This is the holiest day of politics. It is the transition of power. What we do in America is just not done, and I don't like it. It takes away from the institution of freedom and what the signal to the world is. Our number one export, I say this over and over again.
There are many who say, well, isn't something greater than that unity and America, and therefore, yes, show that unity, and to her words, go high.
Well, yeah, I mean, show the example of what you say you're saving your credibility for.
Also, what are you aware of? There is a lot of attention being paid. The comments made by Michelle are resonating with millions of people in the United States who are fed up with the unfair treatment they have received. The image that she seems to be presenting to society is not a pleasant one. She appears to be presenting a large mirror. She is exposing a glaring disparity in the way that various politicians are treated, which is even more shocking than the fact that the word "kovfef" does not exist. People, it would appear that our one and only favorite tweeter with an orange tint is experiencing a complete breakdown. His response to Michelle's remarks is as presidential as a toddler yelling in the cereal aisle. Michelle's remarks were made by Trump. What I have to say is that it is truly a sight to behold. A social media platform, which is Donnie Diapers' preferred playground, has been the site of his latest outburst. His posts, which are full of insults that are so misspelled that they would make a first-grade teacher cry, are becoming more and more insane by the minute. His posts are full of threats that are written in all capital letters. The experience is comparable to watching a car crash in slow motion, with the exception that the driver is wearing a bad toupee and the car is on fire. Still, hold on, things are going to get better. Supporters of Donald Trump are quick to come to his defense, and may God bless their hearts. They argue in a manner that is as feeble as a wet noodle during a competition for weightlifting. Given the amount of effort they are putting forth to defend his actions, one might get the impression that they are attempting to secure a position as his personal spin doctor. Political analysts, on the other hand, are having a wonderful time currently. It is being brought to their attention that the response that Trump has given to Michelle's criticism of Trump's lack of presidential conduct is, in essence,
Trump's inauguration on Monday. Can't wait. Not Trump's favorite oligarchs, billionaires, are sure to be in attendance, but one VIP who's skipping the event is former First Lady Michelle Obama. Michelle's rep issued a statement confirming that the former president will attend, but not the First Lady. Is she right or wrong?
Yes, Lord, she is so right. You know, we must go high.
She changed that one.
And I think she's changed her tune. I
Yeah.
think when they go low, you have to meet that energy and perhaps go even lower, become small like an ant and go to the earth's crust.
validating that criticism. After what appeared to be a reading of her criticism, he responded with, "Challenge accepted." Through each tweet, his political credibility is being eroded further and further. When Michelle posts more angry tweets about Trump, her statements have a greater impact on the audience. I have the impression that he is digging his own grave on Twitter with a golden shovel. It is his outbursts on social media that are contributing to the strengthening of all of the criticism that has been directed at him. It would be more appropriate for him to use the slogan, "Make America Facepalm Again," as his campaign slogan at this point. The criticism that Michelle has leveled against Trump is gaining even more prominence as this spectacle continues to unfold. "Observe me" appears to be written on a massive neon sign that he appears to be displaying. I am the very same person that she asserted I was. People who were previously uninterested are now paying attention in order to find out what all the fuss is about. Individuals, it would appear that Michelle Obama's statements have slashed the arteries of Donald Trump with more force than a double cheeseburger. By acting on her commitment to democracy, she is demonstrating that she is more than just talking the talk. That being said, I can assure you that it is not a simple undertaking. Michelle cautions that if we continue to treat our democracy as if it were a rerun of The Apprentice, we might one day find ourselves in the position of discovering that our democracy has been terminated. Oh no. Because our votes are so important to the nation, she believes that we cannot afford to let them go to voicemail because they are so important. For this reason, it is important for children to keep in mind that in this political circus, it is not about who has the smallest hands or the largest mouth. Everything boils down to the question of who is telling the truth. In addition, as a consequence of Michelle's truth bombs, it seems as though President Trump is currently caught in the longest game of musical chairs in the history of the entertainment industry. As soon as the music stops, make sure that your voice is not the one that is no longer heard.